Beautiful experiences. On the 31st of December 2016, somebody said bye-bye at the United Nations. And on the 1st of January 2017, another person took over. Charles.
You are correct. We are talking about Antonio Guterres, who now leads the world's first international organization. Maybe we'll get the message of Antonio Guterres to the world as the new Secretary General of the United Nations, and he says that he wants just one word in 2017, peace. And this is a message of Antonio Guterres delivered to millions around the world through social media, and YouTube in particular.
Suffering massively in wars with no end in sight. Civilians are pounded with deadly force. Women, children and men are killed and injured, forced from their homes, dispossessed and destitute. And even hospitals and aid convoys are targeted. No one wins these wars. Everyone loses. Trillions of dollars are spent destroying societies and economies, fueling cycles of mistrust and fear that can last for generations. And whole regions are destabilized, and the new threat of global terrorism affects us all. On this New Year's Day, I ask all of you to join me in making one shared New Year's resolution. Let us resolve to put peace first. Let us make 2017 a year in which we all, citizens, governments, leaders, strive to overcome our differences. From solidarity and compassion in our daily lives, to dialogue and respect across political divides, from ceasefires on the battlefield, to compromise at the negotiating table to reach political solutions. Peace must be our goal and our guide. And all that we strive for as a human family, dignity and hope, progress and prosperity, depends on peace. But peace depends on us. And I appeal to you all to join me in committing to peace today and every day. Let us make 2017 a year for peace. Thank you.
And let me just put into context what Antonio Guterres was saying there. His background as the former United Nations High Commissioner for Refugees gives him that best chance of defending peace. If you notice that 63 million citizens across the world are displaced. If you understand that 193 nations are members of the United Nations, and less than 20 can be considered nations living in peace. Cameroon excluded. I should make that clear. Because of the war on Boko Haram and because of the relative peace in the country. If you consider that every portion of the world is in a very difficult position when it comes to peace, I told you that 2017 is going to be a very stormy year when it comes to peace in the world, and the first day was just a bloody one in Turkey. And so Antonio Guterres is calling for each and every one of us to put peace first and to put peace last, because like he said, when it is in a warlike situation, nobody wins. And everybody should understand that when there is war, nobody wins. Even those who sell arms, they don't win. Even those who think they have won, they have not won. Even those who think they have lost the war, they have not lost the war. Because peace is very, very, very essential. And statistics are not going to betray me. At least 18,000 people died last year because of terrorism-related activities. And when the State Department of the U.S. government publishes its annual report on terrorism, the statistics are not going to be quite different. And peace, because many portions of the world too will be experiencing difficult economic positions, and where there is unemployment, where there is economic hardship, people tend to demagogues, people tend to dictatorial, people tend to those who sell good dreams easily because they provide them the best environment for hope. You can remember, for those who know so well the history of the world in the 1930s, that when there was an unprecedented unemployment in Germany, people like Adolf Hitler, people like Benito Mussolini in Italy became the best hopes of peace. But in reality, they became the best disappointments for peace.
You know, Charles, when Antonio Guterres talks about peace and the call for people to make 2017 a year of peace, I'm looking at how much has he got to be able to talk to those who decide that there should be a war. You know, he's been president of the European Council.
This is the former Prime Minister of Portugal. I think he has that necessary background. You know, for you to command people and to tell them to take decisions, you must have been
somebody
in a decision-making process, or you must have taken decision because you should know the pressure in taking a decision. To take a decision is not an easy task. When he was
Prime Minister of Portugal, he was hugely involved in discussions in East Timor, where there was a lot of conflict.
Yeah, East Timor, where was one of the last areas to be liberated by the United Nations when it comes to peace.
So he knows, I'm sure he knows the heat. And now
he knows our heat in Cameroon because he was here and he was in Minawawo in particular. So he knows what we are going through, Boko Haram, he knows the internal conflicts in the country, he knows our own grievances and our own troubles. This is somebody who has traveled across the world. He has been in Dadaab, which is the largest refugee camp in the world based in Kenya, which of course the Kenyan authorities are promising to close because of the Al-Shabaab. Although I'm not comfortable using the word Al-Shabaab because Al-Shabaab in Arab simply means young people, and when you link young people to terrorism, it is a problem. Those are some of the words we have to see ways of using them effectively, because we are communicating to, and we should not incriminate others for nothing. I think as communicators,
and we should not perpetuate negative communication. Thank you very much.
It's just like Boko Haram. When you say Boko Haram, you say Western education is bad. We are giving credit to the terrorists or enemies of peace.
Communication has become a problem. That's why we need to keep learning and refining and upgrading ourselves so we don't perpetuate negativity. In fact, that's one of the things you want to do this year. Pick out all the negative aspects in and around you and throw them to the dustbin. As simple as that. Charles,
peace, 2017.
It's my resolve. I hope it's yours. We are committed. 2017, as Antonio Guterres is hoping, should be a year of peace, and it's not cake. You build it one day at a time.
We hope he's here in the course of the year or in the course of his mandate. We hope he will be in Cameroon.
Cameroon is a magnet country. It keeps calling very, very powerful people. So where are we? We are hoping that he will come. I also want to say Happy New Year to the UN team in Cameroon, to Jean Gita, and to every other person who is part of the UN family in Cameroon.
Sure, probably you are talking of Najat Rushdie, who is the resident coordinator.
Yes. Have a beautiful year that is just starting. Charles Ebune, thank you.
Thank you very much, Pochu.
Do you eat miondo? Do you know miondo?
Yes, absolutely.
You love miondo?
Yes. Even at 1 a.m. I can do that.
Whoa!
You know, I'm from the coastal part of
He said it on TV that he can eat miondo even at 1 a.m.
I know that. If you can imagine that I take sip Gary at 3 a.m. I'm just an ordinary local Cameroonian.
And me who eats, I eat arrow at whatever. Now let's go. So let's take you to Douala, it's the literary region, and rediscover, because we're going back to reports that made, that